Okay, we're going to talk about combined variation now. It says, you have seen many variation formulas in geometry. You might remember this. Some, like the formula for perimeter over square, are simple direct variations. So if you remember, the formula for perimeter of the square is just 4 times s. Others, like the volume of a cone, relate 3 or more variables. When one quantity varies with respect to 2 or more quantities, you have combined variation. When one quantity varies directly with 2 or more quantities, you have joint variation. The volume of a cone varies jointly with the area of the base and the height of the cone. So here's the example: V equals KBH, our base times height. Our base area times height, excuse me. So here are our formulas for combined variation. If Z varies jointly with X and Y, then I have Z equals KXY. If Z varies jointly with X and Y and inversely with W, here's my formula. If Z varies directly with X and inversely with the product of Y, of WY. So these are the different formulas that I can use. Let's look at an example. So we have a multiple choice problem. The number of bags of grass seed N needed to reseed a yard varies directly with the area A to be seeded and inversely with the weight W of a bag of the seed. If it takes 2 3-pound bags of seeds to seed an area of 3,600 feet square, how many 3-pound bags will seed 9,000 feet square? So here are our answer choices. And so it tells us that N varies directly. It varies directly with the area A to be seeded and inversely with weight W. So let's look up at our formula chart. So when Z varies jointly with X and Y and inversely with W. So we don't have the Y, but we do have the X. So we can use this formula. So Z equals KXY over W. And so they've substituted. So for Z we have N. K we still have. A is our area and W is our weight. Alright, so we're going to plug those values in that we were given. So we know that we have 2 bags of seed. And it says 2 bags. And we know that the weight of the bag is 3 pounds. And the area is 3,600 times K. So we're going to solve for K, and by doing that we're going to multiply both sides by 3 first to get this 2 times 3 and divide both sides by 3,600, and this is how they got 1 over 600. And so now they plug that back into the original formula, which is here, and I get N equals A over 600 W. And so now to find out how many 3-pound bags will seed 9,000 feet squared, we will say 9,000 for our area over 600 times my weight, which is 3 pounds, and I get 5. So the correct answer choice is 5. Let's look at guided number 4. So the number of bags of mulch you need to cover a planted area varies jointly with the area to be mulched, A, in square feet, and the depth of the mulch, D, in feet. If you need 10 bags of mulch, 120 feet square, to a depth of 3 inches, how many bags do you need to mulch 200 feet square to a depth of 4 inches? Well, it says that it varies jointly, and my Z varies jointly with XY as Z equals KXY. So let's put that on our board. Oops. Z equals KXY. And so Z varies jointly with X and Y. And it tells us here that the number of bags you need to cover the planted area varies jointly with the area A and depth D. So we're going to substitute those values in. So I know N varies directly with A and D. Alright, and so they give us that we have 10 bags and we have 120 feet and a depth of 3 inches. So let's plug that in to find out what K is. So we have 10 bags equals K times 120 times 3. So when I multiply that out, I get 360 divide both sides by 360 to find K. And I get K equals 1 over 36. So I'm going to plug this back into this original. So I get N equals 1 over 36 times AD, or I can write it as AD over 36. So now I can find the second part of the problem. It says, how many bags do you need to mulch 200 feet squared to a depth of 4 inches? So I want to know how many bags do I need if I have 200 area to a depth of 4 inches. And I'm going to divide by 36. When I do that, I get 22.2. But I can't have this amount of bags. So I'm going to say that I need 23 bags. I always want to go up so that I can have the right amount of bags. If I say I needed 22 bags, that wouldn't be enough because I still need this extra amount. So 23 bags is the best answer. I hope this helps.